coach Jody Martinez as they move their record to 21-0 on Wednesday with their win over Huntington. First time in a while, you guys started out of the gate hot, led 19-8 at the end of that first quarter. How happy were you with that?
Good to see that the girls dialed in and had both ends going, but I just always believe that once your offense gets going, your defense goes to another level, and that's exactly what happened.
Huntington started to knock down some shots and put a little bit of pressure on you, but you guys were aided with the foul trouble that Sarah Fryman, their top scorer, got into. How did that kind of change things, knowing that Fryman wasn't going to play as many minutes as she normally might, or might not get as many touches with all the fouls?
Yeah, I think, it's part of the game, and it's unfortunate for them. They had to start her out. Fryman got into foul trouble. They put the pressure on other kids, and then you're able to extend your defense more when Fryman's out. And she's the second leading scorer in the nation. Was back and forth, but I think constant pressure that we put on them kind of made them tight early, and that's why they only had 20 points at half.
The other bright spot for your team outside of the win was Abby Brooks crossing the 1,000-point career plateau on a free throw. There in the first half, she joins her twin sister Becca, being on the 1,000-point club. What did it mean to see her get that milestone?
Just for both of them, to both be able to accomplish that after you look at their freshman year stats, it's pretty remarkable. I think Abby only had 15 total points freshman year, and Becca had 52 maybe. So, you think about 3 years of performance, and for those that have been following us since I've been here, Abby's been a 3-year starter for me, and she just brings different skill set offensively and defensively. Just what a great accomplishment. Once again, it's a team accomplishment because you got to pass the ball around, and you have confidence in your shooters, and both Abby and Becca have earned that right during their time here.
Both Abby and Becca shot the ball really well on Wednesday, both in double figures, kind of back to their offensive rhythm that we've seen. Well, they were joined in double figures scoring by one of their classmates, Haley Stratman, who had 11 points. She went 3 of 4 from 3. It had to be pretty exciting for you to watch her have that nice breakthrough moment, maybe something she can build upon as you guys get ready for the second half of the league schedule.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was just the other day, Haley and I just worked just some shooting things out and just getting her rhythm and just getting her to be balanced. And she has a tendency of leaning to her left, and most of her misses because of the off-balance thing. But she shot well in our session. Just something, like I said, though, it takes one shot to go in, and all of a sudden you're a different ball player. And Haley definitely was on Wednesday night, and much needed with Kayla's injury. Just more minutes for Haley and to get things done.
How was Kayla doing injury-wise coming into that game Wednesday? She'd been playing her best basketball of her career.
I know. It's just unfortunate you see any kid get hurt, and I don't care what role they have on their team. Any kid, athlete getting hurt, it's just frustrating. And right now we have 2 unknowns for tomorrow. Yesterday's practice, you kind of prepared for it. Today we got to prepare for it because neither of those 2 are practicing today. But as you go into the Saturday game, it's going to be a game day decision. The probability is they're not playing.
You look at this first half of the league schedule, undefeated on the year, 9-0. What are some things you want your team to improve on as you get ready for round 2?
Well, we definitely got to improve our rebounding. We're not a consistent rebounding team in terms of defensive rebounds, and it's almost like we're so excited to run our transition that we forget the ball. And so, we gave up 17 offensive rebounds to Huntington on Wednesday, and that led to their 12 second chance points, and that keeps teams in the game, I felt like overall our offensive efficiency was pretty high, great shot selection, good passing, good, just scoring-wise. But, 17 offensive rebounds for them, and then we had 16 turnovers. That's a lot of possessions we didn't get a shot off.
Your first opponent in the second round of the league schedule is Spring Arbor. You guys were trailing at the end of the first quarter of there, then you blitz them in the second quarter and win going away. How have they improved, or how are they different from that first matchup just a couple weeks ago?
Both. They've improved. And a lot of because of their improvement is because they're playing limited players. He's playing the starting 5 as much as he can. Some of the kids are playing 40 minutes from now on. He's only subbed 2 players the last couple games. So right now, he's relying on his strengths, which is his starting 5. And then the 2 guards, 15 and 21, have been playing very well. The post player, 22, had a great game against St. Francis the other day. They only lost in the last seconds. Actually, Spring Arbor had the shot to win it, missed the 3, and they could have won the game.
Should be a good one today. Your team will try to stay in first place, 2 games ahead of everyone else. Good luck today against Spring Arbor.
Thank you.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel, boy do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't mean Taylor is a Christian Disneyland, full of cardboard cutout perfection. Taylor is full of real people with real problems, and living together can get kind of messy. But in that mess, we take Jesus' call from John 13 seriously. We practice picking up our towel and dealing with the mess in each other's lives. We're not here just to follow.
There it is. A junior guard number 15, Anna Marie Wright. A junior guard number 21, Gracie Cabana. A sophomore forward number 22, Grace Shoebridge. A junior guard number 32, Tiana Feldbosch. The team is coached by Ryan Frost, assisted by Eric Salisbury and Andrew Fagan. And now, fans, get on your feet for the starting lineup for your Taylor Trojans. A sophomore guard from Martinsville, Indiana, number 3, Meredith Decker. A senior forward from New Palestine, Indiana, number 12, Haley Stratman. A senior guard from South Elgin, Illinois, number 20, Jamie Nessie. A senior guard from Nashville, Indiana, number 40, Abby Bush. And a senior guard from Nashville, Indiana, number 44, Becca Bush. The Trojans are coached by Jody Martinez, assisted by Natalie Young and Chastity Wise.
This has been the Marion General Hospital pregame show. A quick change to the Taylor starting lineup. Sydney Huffman is dressing today, but she is not starting. She is available if needed. The Trojans will be without 3 players today, the normal 2 that they've been without for the entire year. Lauren James and Kiara Nieto, who will not play this season. No Kayla Kirtley today. She suffered that lower body injury in the win Wednesday against Huntington. She is out today. So the Trojans will go with the same group that played and defeated Spring Arbor and dismantled them at the beginning of January. Spring Arbor led after the opening quarter, but then Taylor held them scoreless for the final 6 minutes, first 6 minutes of that second quarter, and outscored them 20-2 to put the game in their favor. Spring Arbor led by 9th-year head coach Ryan Frost. The Trojans led by 3rd-year head coach Jody Martinez. Shoebridge and B-Books will jump. It's won by the 6-foot Shoebridge, and Spring Arbor has the opening possession. They go from right to left in navy blue with white numbers and letters, white numbers and the neon yellow letters on the front. Into Shoebridge in the paint, up and over Stratman, and she'll finish through contact for an early 2. Shoebridge with an early 2 points, 8 points and 10 rebounds per game this season for SAU. She is the Cougars' top rebounder. Taylor from left to right as Deckard will run the point. This was effective for Taylor last Saturday when Meredith was the point guard in that comeback from 20 points down in the second half against IWU. Fumbling the ball through her hands is Abby Book. She gets it back in, down to twin sister Becca. She'll snake her way in for a little soft right hand around 2 defenders. So both teams connect on their opening possession, and we're even at 2, not even a minute into the opening quarter today. Anne-Marie Wright, defended by A. Books, does not take the right side screen set by Feldposh. She'll stop and pop a 3-ball from the left side and hit it. So a quick start here for Spring Arbor. They actually outscored their opponents by 1 point in the opening quarter, and then they get outscored by at least 2 points in the last 3. Netsley wheels and pitches to B-Books around the arc. Deckard, she'll pass him a 3, and Stratman, who was 3 of 4 on Wednesday from 3, will miss one here. It's tapped by Abby Books. Unable to get it was Becca Books. And now SAU will gallop to the front court, leading 5-2. An eerily similar start to when these two teams met in Michigan. A quick start for Spring Arbor out of the gate after they led after the opening quarter. Screen and roll to Feldposh, pitching it in, right block Shoebridge. A nice pirouette in the lane, and she's got her second hoop. Shoebridge, 4 points to the first 7 for SAU, and they lead by 5, 90 seconds in, and now the visiting Cougars will apply some backcourt pressure. Stratman almost trapped near the timeline, has got to get it across with a second to spare, and does to Abby Books. She'll whip it into space. Becca Books steps back for a 3, and she bangs that one in front of the SAU bench. First 5 points for the All-American Becca Books, and Taylor down by 2. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. SAU, the 8th, is sitting in 8th place in the Crossroads League at 2-7 overall. Taylor unblemished, 21-0. Atop of the three, Feldposh, and still swish it on just her 5th made 3 of the year. She came in shooting at just 27%. SAU has not missed a shot from the floor. They're 4 of 4 overall and 2 of 2 from distance. They've doubled up Taylor, but Deckard has other ideas as she fires and hits a contested 3 from the right edge in her 6th start of the season. Taylor back to within 2 as they've got their 3-point shot going. Back-to-back makes, first by B-Books and now by Deckard. High right side right, and then they try to work it to the near side, and Cabana, who now takes a handoff from Feldposh. Cabana defended by Deckard. A-Books almost stole it away. Here comes the help from Stratman. Pass was deflected, and Feldposh gathers it in near side corner. 5 to shoot. Feldposh has used her dribble, now 4 to shoot. Driving Cabana, right hand drive, step back, rainbow 3 is short. Off the right side rim, Spring Arbor misses their first shot, and Taylor can tie or take the lead. Abby Books thought about giving the Trojans a lead. Now she thinks again, fires and hits, and Taylor leads 11-10. Abby became the 26th Taylor women's basketball player to score 1,000 career points on a free throw Wednesday night. She joins twin sister Becca at that exclusive club. So after falling behind 7-2, Taylor on a 9-3 burst right now, and they lead by 1. 6.5 minutes remaining, quarter 1. Pitch outside, Feldposh passes up a 3. She'll get into the paint, float one over the jumping Netsley. It's Lips from the left side. Her rainbow try is no good. It's tapped and rebounded by Becca Books. Taylor on this 9-2 spurt, or 9-3 spurt. B-Books trailing and almost letting another one fly. Feldposh collapses out and keeps her from letting one go. Deckard will run the point, holds the ball underneath her left arm. Dribbling right side, handoff Netsley, trying to cut off that left hand, a little shimmy, shake, and drive. Jamie up and under, left hand banker good. Namie Netsley put her defender in the spin cycle, and Taylor continues to pile it on after that early 5-0 deficit. They've built their lead up to 3. So we dip below 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Spring Arbor just 1-7 on the road this season. Feldposh, left side circle, holds the ball over her head in two hands. She'll fire a three, has one today. That one glances off the front rim. And after SAU made their first 4 shots from the floor, they've now missed 3 in a row. Taylor, though, cannot miss, as they have built their lead up to 3 on an 11-3 burst right now, as we approach the halfway point of quarter 1. Stratman, right edge, fires a 3 ball, and she gets one to go. After those 3 threes she made on Wednesday, Taylor just continues to rain home threes, and they've turned the game in their favor. They lead 16-10. It's now a 14-3 barrage for those wearing white. Anne-Marie Wright, Feldposh holding over her head to Shoebridge. Back down move, right hand set shot just over Stratman, off of 1 foot, and Shoebridge continues to have a strong opening quarter. She has 6 of the first 12 points for SAU, and the visitors trail by 4. Just past the halfway point of quarter 1 as Abby Books will jog across the timeline. Deckard with Anne-Marie Wright defending her. Now Meredith will jog, and she'll stand in the center circle and get the play from head coach Jody Martinez. Netzley, right edge with 9 to shoot. Skipping far side, Abby Books had a little bit of sliver of space between the legs, bounce with 4. She'll pitch it into the paint. Stratman turns and heaves. Her bank shot was no good, and it's ripped down in traffic by Feldposh. Up the floor, far side to Anne-Marie Wright. A stop and pop 3, but it'll be a travel as she gathered the ball in and then hopped and then shot. First turnover for either side. Taylor 6 of 8 from the floor to start. SAU is 5 of 9. Spring Arbor made their first 4 shots from the field, including a pair of threes. Since then, they have missed 3 threes in a row, and they've made just 1 of their last 4 shots. Taylor on front, 16-12. Netzley gets it away from pressure in the backcourt, but Lips jumps the passing lane and steals as Taylor turns it over for the first time. Into the paint, Shoebridge has 6 early points. Her turnaround bank shot was too strong. Feldposh gets it away, but she's double-teamed and dribbles away from pressure. Far side to Anne-Marie Wright, mid-post right. Shoebridge, now Lips will drive with a between-the-legs bounce, and she'll back it outside. 10 to shoot with 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. SAU with the rock, trailing by 4. Hedge comes, pass deflected, can't get it with the Trojans. Off 1 foot, Feldposh floats one in with the shot clock at 2. So Feldposh had a rare 3 early. She now hits a 2-point shot. She's got 5 of the first 14, and after Taylor led by 6, it's a quick 4-0 answer from SAU, as the Trojans didn't see Becca Books wide open with no one in her area code in the far side corner. They'll back it out and slow it down, leading by a deuce. B Books, quicks it gives off to A Books, high left side, off a screen. Deckard open for a straightaway 3, off the right side of the rim, as she was just a little bit off balance. Rebounded by Lips in the far side of the floor as Madison Fisher awaits the check-in for TU. 3:18 to go, opening quarter. Taylor in front, 16-14. They trailed by 5 early. It's 4 straight for SAU. Feldposh got to the right block, cutting her off. Nice backdoor cut down the lane, and a bank shot will go hard off the center square by Anne-Marie Wright and go in. Taylor went on a 14-3 barrage to go up by 6. SAU has answered with 6 in a row here, and our game level at 16. Deckard a jab step and a bullet 3, and she rainbows that one in beautifully. So after SAU tied the ball game at 16, Deckard answers right back with her second triple of the afternoon. She's got 6, and Taylor has a 3-point advantage. Deckard, a 49% three-point shooter, one of 3 Trojans, shooting at least 49% from 3. Left edge, 3-point shot, no good. Becca Books rebounds the Anne-Marie Wright miss. Netzley accelerating to the front court, stopping and pitching back to B Books, who fires a 3 of her own, but it's off the near side rim. Baseline right rebound, Stratman. She'll throw a low bounce pass that was tipped. B Books will haul it back in for Taylor. Just the 3rd miss from distance for Taylor. They're now 4 of 7 from downtown. After a couple of games not making as many threes as they have, they started to find their rhythm here recently. Spinning, left block. Netzley can't pitch it out with 3. Up and over traffic, off the glass and no. And it's rebounded by Shoebridge of SAU. 2 minutes to go, quarter number 1. Spring Arbor from right to left. They wear blue. Taylor defends in the man-to-man in white. The Trojans have a 3-point advantage. Feldposh to the right elbow, bounce past Shoebridge, who's been spectacular here in the opening quarter. Has 6 of the first 16, jabbing. Feldposh has made a 3 today. She'll miss her second as it bounces off the back of the rim, almost catching and dropping in. Stratman leaking out near side, stops inside the arc right side. She'll fling it to Becca Books, who will pass open 3 as the Taylor bench is ready to celebrate. Now Stratman, a long 2 left side is no good, but the weak side rebound is Abby Books's. Becca Books had no one in the county next to her, but instead wanted to drive to the rim instead of taking a wide open 3 ball. Becca, the Trojans' top scorer and the best 3-point shooter. coming in today at 50%. Shot clock down to 5. Deckard between the legs bounce, a 4-second bounce pass, too far for B-Books to get to, and it's intercepted by Feldposh. Taylor turns it over for the second time here in quarter number 1. They still lead by 3 as SAU goes from right to left, with 60 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Far side Anne-Marie Wright, no fouls here in the opening quarter so far, and a quick-moving first verse. Lips, left side high, Feldposh, B-Books defends with 9. Feldposh overhead, Lips, step back, right side, rainbow triple is off the glass and nothing else. Tapped around and into the hands of Meredith Deckard. About 12 seconds between game and shot clock. Deckard pitches back to B-Books. Abby Books has Deckard in front of her. She doesn't care, but the three-point shot is short off the front side of the rim, and it's rebounded by SAU. About 2 seconds between game and shot clock, so SAU can hold for virtually the final shot. They trail by 3. SAU is led by as many as 5. Sydney Huffman has gone to one of the hallways trying to stretch that ankle out a little bit. We'll see if she comes in when we head to quarter number 2. Hand off to Lips, quickly off to Anne-Marie Wright just inside the volleyball line. 7 to shoot, around the screen, Stratman comes up. Shoebridge goes in, bangs with Netzley, and that's a charge as Netzley was waiting for Shoebridge to jump, stop, and pivot. First one on Shoebridge, first one against either team, and now when it looked like Taylor wasn't going to be able to get a shot before the end of the first quarter, they will get the final shot with 5 seconds left. Stratman exits and Madison Fisher comes in for Taylor. The Trojans have had a knack for hitting shots at the end of the quarter. We'll see what they have here. Netzley with 3 and 2. It's B-Books with 1. Lets it go, and that one was straight on, but off the back of the rim. So after trailing by 5, Taylor built a lead as big as 6. They lead by 3, 19-16, as we make our way to the second quarter. That's next on the Trojans Sports Network.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body. And its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Both teams shooting the ball relatively well in the opening quarter. Taylor 7 of 15 after a slow start, 47%. And Spring Arbor 7 of 14, and we will get to see Sydney Huffman here today. Did not play in the opening quarter. Has been dealing with that lower body injury since the St. Francis game a couple of weeks ago. But the Trojans will have 4 of their normal 5 starters, 3 of the starters today, as Fisher will start the second quarter on the floor with Abby and Becca Books, Jamie Netzley, and Sydney Huffman, who makes her first appearance of the day. SAU, no changes. Actually, there is one change. Grace Cotter will make her first appearance of the contest today, but SAU normally playing with just a 5. It's a Books-to-Books backdoor cut. Becca to Abby, who lays it in with the left hand from the right side of the rim. 5 for A. Books. Taylor leads by 5, and the Trojans turn on the defensive pressure in the backcourt. This is where the game turned earlier this month when Taylor outscored SAU 20-2 in the second stanza to turn the game in their favor for good. Shoebridge up and over B. Books, stands up straight and strong, forcing a miss. Feldposh double teamed by A. Books, and Netzley throws it between Netzley's legs, but it's stolen away by Becca Books. Huffman in her first action of the afternoon. Fisher in her first extended time stands left side. B. Books a pretty head fake. She'll drive and kick. Fisher a 3 off the near side of the rim, fumbled out of bounds by Abby Books. She disagrees, but it'll go back to SAU as they trail by 5. Nice drive and find by B. Books. And Fisher, who is a good three-point shooter, just a little bit short on that one from the far side. Full court press, but on by TU. Pass near side, running away from pressure will be Cabana. She'll angle in and scoop it home with the left hand as she snaked her way through the lane. Nicely done by Gracie Cabana, junior out of Grass Lake, Michigan, for her first scoring today. And now Taylor will deal with the SAU pressure in the backcourt. They slough off as B-Books skips far sideline to Fisher. Double team comes far sideline, gives it back to Abby Books into the post left, and it will be B-Books. Little dump down, Fisher right in front for a right-hand banker. First bucket for Madison Fisher as the two teams great shooting to start this second quarter off. And Taylor leads by 5 once again, 90 seconds gone. Pressure comes. Fisher almost poked the low bounce pass from Shoebridge away. Floating far side, it's Anne-Marie Wright in front of the Taylor bench. Whips it in. She'll be Shoebridge who rips it away from traffic and banks it in for points 7 and 8. Shoebridge has been a force down low today for SAU. She's already matched her season average in points at 8. 2 minutes gone, quarter 2. Abby Books almost stepped into a 3. Shoebridge denied it. She'll fire anyway, and it hits hard off the front rim, and the long rebound is gobbled up by SAU. Taylor now 5 of 13 from range. Abby Books has missed 2 threes in a row. She's 1 for 3. Just over 2 minutes into the second stanza, SAU trying to get just their 3rd Crossroads League win of the year and give Taylor their first loss here in the 2019-2020 season. Cotter, left side high, Shoebridge, right-hand dribble, got her to the free throw line, pass in traffic, knocked away by Fisher, pitched outside to Cabana. Almost traveled. She had a hard jump stop with 3 seconds to get a shot off. Feldposh with 1, lets a floater go. It's an air ball, and that'll be a shot clock violation, and Taylor will get the ball back. Sierra Lips makes her first second quarter appearance. She replaces Cabana. Just 7 players played for SAU in their win against Goshen on Wednesday. But again, the majority of the starters are going to see the majority of the minutes today. The 2 bench players that came off the bench on Wednesday played just 6 and 8 minutes respectively. Netzley and TU breaks the pressure. Netzley thought about going end to end. She'll whip it back outside to Abby Books. 3-point Taylor lead, 2.5 minutes into quarter number 2. Near sideline Fisher, between the circles up top, it's Huffman. Back near side B-Books, nice screen set by Fisher, off target right. Weak side rebound tapped out by Netzley. Fisher whips it back in, and Huffman just steps across the timeline to avoid an over and back call. Abby Books, left side high, right hand bounce, trying to take Cotter to the rack. Step through, Euro lefty scoop, way too strong, and it's rebounded by Shoebridge, who continues to have a stellar opening half. 8 points and now 3 rebounds for Shoebridge. And SAU comes the other way, trailing by just 3. 6:48 and counting here in quarter number 2. Shoebridge, right elbow as SAU shoots on the basket to our left, outside the arc to Cotter. She'll maneuver to the top of the key and send it back near sideline to Lips. Shoebridge has been the total offense here in the first half for SAU. Passes up a block try to Anne-Marie Wright. 5 to shoot. Lips the contested three over. Huffman is long, goes up and over the basket, off the basket support, and Taylor will get the rock back. Lips 0 of 3 from 3-point range, just 27% this season. The top 3-point shooter for SAU is Anne-Marie Wright in both makes and percentage at 60 makes coming in. And her percentage, she now at 61 with 1 made in the first quarter, is at 36% and climbing. High pass, too far for Abby Books from Huffman as Taylor gives the ball away for the 3rd time here in the first half. Still a 3-point Taylor advantage as Deckard gets ready to re-enter for TU. Fisher jumps in front of the passing, and that ball just almost stayed in bounds. It just bounces out as Fisher uses those long arms to deflect another pass. Huffman exits. Deckard makes her first second quarter appearance. Cotter out, and Cabana back in for SAU. So it's Cabana, Feldposh, Shoebridge, Anne-Marie Wright, and Lips, the 5 starters for Spring Arbor. We'll set the Taylor lineup when they get the ball back. 19 to shoot for SAU. Nice little crossover and drive in. Shot was off the bottom of the glass, and they'll get Deckard for a reach in on the aggressive Cabana drive. Almost shook Deckard out of her high tops. Nice little move there by Cabana to fake right and go left. Deckard got her on the arm. First one on Meredith, first one against Taylor today in the contest. Cabana to the line where she shoots just 67% this season. The first one is good off the back of the rim. All 3 points for Cabana have come here in the second quarter. She's putting together her best season at SAU, career highs in points per game and rebounds per game at 14 points and 3 boards a night. And Cabana knocks down both. 4 points for her, and that brings SAU back to within 1. They've trailed by as many as 6. Taylor trailed by as many as 5. But since taking the 11-10 lead, they have not trailed. Down low, Deckard, Abby Books. Shot might have been blocked on the way there, but it goes in for Books' second hoop of the second quarter. She's got 7 today, and that pushes the Taylor lead up to 3. 5:47 left to go before halftime. SAU from right to left in blue. Taylor defense man in white. Step back around a screen as Cabana. Her high arcing three was no good, and Becca Books gobbles up yet another rebound. That's her 3rd. Deckard wheeling to the front court. She can pitch it back. She's got Becca Books right there. B-Books fakes and drives. Stop on the left elbow extended. Now Fisher attacks. Right hand, step through, lefty scoop. Look at Madison Fisher go right to the hoop unabated. 4 for Fisher, and Taylor on a quick 4-0 burst sees their lead go back up to 5 as we creep closer to the halfway point of the second quarter. Feldposh between the circles. Abby Brooks gives her plenty of space. Left elbow extended is Shoebridge just outside that free throw line. One dribble, flip, far side Lips. Thought about a 3, Netzley daring her. Shoebridge goes in, got away from the fronting B Books, and Shoebridge is in double figures with 10. Taylor down by 3, or up by 3, 27-24. SAU pressure near side. Deckard has got 4 seconds to get it across, and she does. She accelerates, thought about going end to end, pulls it back. A little bounce pass to the left block. Abby Books in tight quarters with pressure right there. She'll float it out near to the hash mark, and now it's Deckard with a mismatch with Shoebridge. Deckard accelerating, dancing, scooping, and her shot was blocked and then went off the bottom of the backboard as some Taylor students down below us look for a foul on 3 in white. A 5-on-4 break for SAU. Catch and shoot 3 right side. Swish for Gracie Cabana. All 7 of her points have come here in the second quarter after not playing in quarter number 1, and our game level at 27 with 4:14 left to go in quarter number 2. SAU outscored Taylor 11-8 here in this second stanza. Netzley, a right-hand bounce, got her to the top of the key with Lips defending her. Stratman stretching out in front of the Taylor scorers table across from us. Netzley and Taylor shooting on the basket to our right. Deckard open for a 3 and cannot make Anne-Marie Wright pay as she sloughed off. Second miss from 3 by Deckard, a timeout in the backcourt by Spring Arbor head coach Ryan Frost. It'll be a full timeout for SAU, first stoppage today. 3:51 remaining in the second quarter. We're tied at 27 here at Odell Arena in Upland, Indiana.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Back with 3:51 remaining here in the second quarter. Taylor pushed their lead up to 5, but a quick 5-0 run by SAU has leveled our game at 27. Taylor trailed 7-2 in the opening quarter, then went on eventually what would become a 14-3 burst to lead by 6. Taylor's took the lead at 11-10. They have not trailed since, and the game has been tied just once since Taylor took the lead back in the opening quarter. Stratman back in for Taylor, replacing Fisher. She's out there with Abby and Becca Brooks, Jamie Netzley, and Meredith Deckard. So the 5 starters today for Taylor as Huffman's coming off the bench. Far sideline, Anne-Marie Wright for SAU as they try to take their first lead since the opening quarter. Shoebridge with 10 first-half points, whips near side to Lips. Abby Brooks denies a 3. Stratman comes to hedge on a screen. Feldposh down low, left block, Shoebridge, 2 to shoot. Shoebridge lets it go just before the horn. Miss near side, tapped up, and Becca Brooks rips it down for Taylor. A good look from Shoebridge, a good challenge from Stratman, and Taylor will try to regain the lead with the contest level at 27. Deckard wheels to the lane. She goes, her left-hand scoop too strong. She got a little bit too far underneath the rim before letting that finger roll go. 5th rebound for Shoebridge for SAU. Again, she's their top rebounder at 10 per game. Spring Arbor from right to left in blue, the game tied at 27. Screen and pitch near side to Lips. Inside the near side corner, Feldposh. Then back outside the arc goes between the circles to right. Free throw line, Feldposh, left-hand bounce, into the air, floats, Lips, sets her feet straight on, but short. But no one there will be able to rebound as Feldposh takes it away. Lips 0 of 4 from distance. Here's Cabana with a 3 today, right-hand bounce. To the baseline right, back Shoebridge, right elbow extended, jump shot good, and Shoebridge continues to dazzle. 12 first-half points for Shoebridge on 6 of 9 shooting. And that gives SAU their first lead since they led 10-8 in quarter 1. Netzley thought about going end-to-end. Deckard open three, steps to her left, fires a three ball and hits. That's Deckard's move. Gets him the flow by to the right, little step to the left, and Deckard with 9, and Taylor right back in front by 1. And pressure in the backcourt comes from TU. Shoebridge in the backcourt, far side Feldposh, and Shoebridge across the center jump circle. And we'll bounce it off to Feldposh. Sydney Huffman ready to check in for TU as SAU goes from right to left. Mid-post right, Shoebridge has been stellar here in the opening half. Nice spin move, right-hand shot, up and over B-Books, and that was too easy for Shoebridge. 8 second quarter points, Shoebridge puts SAU back in front by 1 as we go back and forth here. 14 first half points for Shoebridge. Deckard, nice find to Abby Books, who sliced her way in, and she's got 6 in the quarter and 9 for the game, and Taylor takes the lead right back. Less than 90 seconds to go in half number 1. High arcing pass near side that Feldposh gathers in the backcourt. Almost slipped and now regains her footing as Abby Books waits for her at the top of the key. Back to Feldposh from Lips, and now Lips holds in front of the Taylor bench. Netzley defending, and a 3-second violation called against Grace Shoebridge on just her first miscue of the day. Huffman in for TU, did not play in quarter 1. She replaces Deckard, who's got a team-high 9 points, tied with Abby Books. 71 seconds left to go before halftime. Taylor with a 1-point lead, 32-31, in an exciting game here from Odell Arena. SAU shooting 50% from the floor, Taylor at just 46. Huffman to B-Books, and then far sideline Netzley. Nice left-hand blow-by drive on Lips. She was fouled, and she put it home, and then Netzley reminds everyone that she's going to the line for a chance at 3. First scoring of the second quarter for Netzley. Netzley had her streak of at least 10 points in 6 of 8 games snapped on Wednesday for the and 1 here. Yep. Netzley with 5, and Taylor has a 4-point advantage. Big play right there for TU with 54 seconds remaining before halftime. Anne-Marie Wright will jump stop in the backcourt and get it to the front court. Lips with Netzley eyeing her at the top of the key. Taylor will get the ball back, about 24 seconds between game and shot clock. Lips dribbling between the circles, now picks up that dribble to the far side high post, and Shoebridge goes in. Netzley comes to double team. Her pass finds Lips through traffic. A straightaway 3 is banged in by Lips. She'd missed her first 3 threes of the day, makes just her 18th of the year, and a big hoop for SAU draws them to within 1, and Taylor can hold for the final shot, leading by 1 with 19 seconds separating us from halftime. Some role players have hit some big threes and some surprising threes for SAU by their shooting percentages this year, but SAU doesn't care as long as they go in. 6 seconds remaining. B-Books one of the backdoor cut to A-Books. Now 3 to go. Huffman lobbing it in. Abby Books had it. She threw it up, and she'll be bailed out by a foul by Shoebridge, and the SAU bench is beside themselves. Almost every person on the SAU bench has their hands on their head in complete and utter shock. And then someone says, that's not right across from us. Ryan Frost, the 9th-year head coach for SAU, is absolutely livid across from us. 0.6 seconds left, 2 free throws for Abby Books, one of the top free throw shooters in the country. And she makes the first one. Abby was off balance, but the hands came down on Books' arm. At least that's what you assume they would call from the baseline. Abby makes both. Taylor leads by 3 with 0.6 of a second left. And SAU will just get the ball in, and that will be how the first half will come to a close. So a sour end for SAU after playing so well in quarters 1 and 2. And number 5, Taylor, the undefeated Trojans, 21-0, take a 3-point lead to halftime. They lead Spring Arbor 37-34.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Play that old song! You really want her to play it. That's what's really going to open her. You gotta have the music that you listeners listen to.
With the Kessler Student Activity Center in use today for an indoor high school track and field meet. Both men's basketball teams from Taylor and Spring Arbor are down here on the floor, getting warmed up for their game that'll come up at 3 o'clock. Our women's game here at 1 o'clock is at halftime right now, and number 5 Taylor. And the undefeated Trojans lead Spring Arbor 37-34 here at the halftime break. Taylor led by 3 at the end of the opening quarter, then thanks to 2 free throws by Abby Books on a call that the SAU folks disagreed with vehemently. She gives the Trojans a 3-point lead here at the break. SAU shooting the ball beautifully, 52% from the floor. They shoot just 38% from the floor coming in this season. They're 4 of 13 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the line. Taylor 14 of 29 from the floor for 48%. That's actually 2 percentage points better than their season average. The three-point shooting hasn't been as sharp as it normally is. Taylor, the best three-point shooting team in NAI Division II at 41% coming into the day. They're shooting just 6 of 16 from the arc today for 38%. Taylor has made all 3 of their free throws here this afternoon. Rebounding battle goes to SAU 14-12. Offensive rebounds been much better today for Taylor. They gave up 17 offensive rebounds in their win over Huntington on Wednesday night. They've allowed just 3 today. They have 3 themselves. Second chance points are in favor of SAU at 4-0. Taylor is assisted on 11 of their 14 hoops. SAU 9 of their 14 baskets have had helpers on them. Taylor turned it over 3 times in the opening half. No points for SAU off the turnover. SAU gave it away 5 times. Taylor scored 2 points off of those miscues. Individual scoring, both teams have at least one player in double figures. It is the Grace Shoebridge show for SAU. She's got 14 points on 7 of 10 shooting, and she also has 5 rebounds to go with it as well. Other scorers for SAU, no one with more than 5. Feldposh and Anne-Marie Wright each with 5 points, and each have made 1 3-point shot. And Sierra Lips has 3 points on a 3, her 5th one that she took today. No one else has scored for SAU. Only 2 other players have played. Those are Grace Cotter and Macy Heffron off the bench. For the Trojans, no Sydney Huffman in the starting lineup today, but she has played. She has not taken a shot yet today. Leading scorer for Taylor, Abby Books, fresh off that getting to the 1,000 point mark on Wednesday. A Books, 11 points, 4 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the line. Getting her 6th start of the season as Meredith Deckard, she's got 9 points on 3 threes, and also has 3 assists. Haley Stratman with a 3-point basket for her only scoring. Netsley with 5 points and 3 assists. Madison Fisher, 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting. And Abby Books, the Trojans' top scorer, at just about 17 per game, just a little bit ahead of her younger sister by a minute, Abby. Becca with 5 points and 4 boards and 2 assists. Take a break, come back, and when we come back, it'll be time for half number 2 from here inside Odell Arena. A win today by the Trojans would tie the program record for consecutive wins and would move them to 22-0 on the year before their big matchup with Marion next Wednesday. Should be a fun second half. We'll see if Spring Arbor can continue their hot shooting at 52% from the floor. They trail Taylor by just 3. 37-34 here at halftime. We're back next with the second half here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Second half underway here from Odell Arena. SAU with the ball. They trail by 3. Catch and shoot 3 left side, and it's off the near side of the rim by Gracie Cabana. She's 1 of 4 from distance. Pitching back to Abby Books is Jamie Netzley, who rebounded the miss. It'll be the normal 5 starters this season as Sydney Huffman starts second half. A nice strong drive by Abby Books as she goes in and lays it in, and she's got 13 points, and Taylor's lead is now 5, just underway here in quarter 3. Spring Arbor with white numbers on the front and back of their blue jerseys, blue shorts, and neon yellow Cougars on the front. Nice screen and dump. Shoebridge goes up, tries to finish through contact, and she does. And Shoebridge picks up right where she left off. She's now got 16 points on 8 of 11 shooting. Taylor's lead back down to 3 as they break the soft pressure from SAU. Huffman skips all the way to the near side of the corner. B-Books. A 3 is contested, but drilled by Becca Books. She had not scored since quarter number 1 and had missed 3 straight threes. She drills her first one of the third quarter, and Taylor's lead is a game-high tying 6. Feldposh to the near side in Sierra Lips. Shoebridge dribbles and whips it near side Anne-Marie Wright. The lefty defended by Abby Books, and now off to the sophomore Lips. 9 to shoot for SAU, driving and then backing about as Cabana. She'll re-engage, go up, and then Huffman blocked her shot from behind, and it's rebounded by B-Books. Huffman looking for help. She's got B-Books behind her, spins and couldn't give it to her on a nice step-down cover-up by Cabana. B-Books screens for A-Books, who goes sashaying down the lane, but her right-hand layup will just dance off the rim, and Mr. Books is not happy across from us. 6-point Taylor lead. Abby could have given the Trojans their biggest lead of the afternoon at 8. It would have been a 7-2 start for the Trojans. Instead, it remains a 5-2 start. 2 minutes into quarter number 3. Feldposh at the top of the lane, near side edge and Lips. SAU continues to work a lot of shot clock here. Feldposh thought about a 3. Mid-post right back to Feldposh from Shoebridge. Off balance 2, hits the bottom of the glass, and it's snatched away from Shoebridge by Haley Stratman. Far side Huffman, head up looking for help. Back to the trailing Haley Stratman. Left-hand bounce, she'll spin. Shoebridge giving her plenty of room. Far sideline Huffman around that Stratman screen. Back to Haley in front of the Taylor bench. It was halfway down and then just rolled out. So Taylor with 2 really good looks to build their lead. First to 8, that would have made it a 9-point Taylor clearance, but it remains at 6 with 2.5 minutes gone here in quarter 3. Wright, far sideline. Feldposh, right cuts in, got away from her defender, and Wright lays it in from the left block. First scoring since the opening quarter for Anne-Marie Wright. She's got 7, and the Taylor lead down to 4. Netzley breaks the pressure, whips it far side Huffman. Nobody defends Abby Books, who snaked her way in, and Abby lays it in. 4 points in the third for Abby. She's got a team-high 15. SAU breaks the Taylor pressure with Lips on the far sideline in front of their own bench. Left-hand bounce, she'll hand off to the lefty Anne-Marie Wright, who quickly deals to Cabana. Back to the far side of the floor and Wright. Left sideline, Lips, trying to shake away from the taller Abby Books. Shoebridge double team with B-Books, a whip pass up top. Cabana from way downtown off the left side of the rim, and Becca Books has got rebound number 6. Abby runs to the front court, being pestered by Feldposh. Low pocket pass to Stratman. Far sideline to Huffman, who's got a head of steam. She'll send it back outside to Stratman, who cans a 3 in front of her own bench. Second triple of the afternoon for Haley Stratman, and Taylor has a game-high lead of 9, 47-38, with 6:10 remaining in the third. Lips will run by B-Books, stop and pop from 10. Her floater was too strong, tapped out of bounds by A-Books, and it'll stay here with Spring Arbor. Nothing spurt for Taylor to build this lead up to 9. Pass from the baseline to Feldposh near corner. SAU shoots to the basket to our right. Feldposh telegraphed that pass, but Cabana able to get it. Right block, Shoebridge trying to go up and under, almost traveled, missed off the back of the rim, and make that Becca Books has got rebound number 7 to go with her 8 points. Huffman far sideline, Taylor on a nice burst right now. They've outscored SAU 10-4 to start this third quarter off, and they lead by a game-high 9. Netzley will run the show now. She'll let Huffman take the Taylor offense for a spin. Netzley almost uses 2 SAU players to screen for themselves, almost lost the dribble, and they floated into B-Books, who got away, then her shot recycled by Feldposh on a sweep. 4 seconds to shoot. Taylor with the ball on the baseline to the near side. 5:26 left to go in quarter number 3. And Netzley will get it in. Netzley will get it in for TU. One at Stratman, near side Huffman with 3, with 2. She drives to the right hand, little head fake, long 18-footer from B-Books is swished as SAU pleads for a travel that will not come. B-Books in double figures with 10. She and Abby have 25 of Taylor's 49 points. And Taylor has an 11-point lead as it did look like B-Books snuck away with the travel. Anne-Marie Wright, left side circle. Cabana trying to find her stroke from 3, and she does in front of her own bench across from us. Cabana had missed 2 in a row. She makes her second triple today. She's now 2 for 6 from downtown, and she's in double figures with 10. The Trojan lead is 8, little 3-on-2 break. Huffman, here's an open Becca Books. That's a deadly look, but her shot is missed off the front rim. And then Huffman takes the rebound away from the 6-foot Grace Shoebridge, but then turns the ball over, passing it right to Feldposh. Timeout in the backcourt by Spring Arbor head coach Ryan Frost. Taylor head coach Jody Martinez not happy across from us. Both coaches have been frustrated at different points today. 30-second timeout SAU. They've got the rock, trailing by 8 with 4:38 remaining in the third.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
I always love it when folks reach out to us and let us know where they're watching. Like our producer, Emily Daniels, watched us in Ecuador this fall. That was fun. How about Aubrey Wright's mom watching us from the beach? I'm jealous because it's snowing here. So the Wrights enjoying some beach time, and we're all jealous of them. 30-second timeout for SAU. They've got the ball. They go from left to right in blue. They trail number 5, Taylor, by 8. Feldposh, left side high, gives off to Cabana, who made a 3 the last time down the floor. Trying to get away from Huffman, runs her into a screen, but Huffman gets her feet set, and out to right far sideline. Shoebridge will be double-teamed by the Books twins. 5 to shoot, whips it near side to Lips with 3, with 2, with 1, and she will not get a shot off. It was Netzley who was right there the whole time and denied the look from Lips, and Netzley gets a rousing ovation from the Taylor faithful. Turnover number 6 for SAU today. Taylor scored just 2 points off those previous 5 giveaways. Taylor from right to left in white with gold numbers and purple letters. 4:04 and counting in quarter 3. Taylor has led by as many as 9. They lead by 8. Madison Fisher came in during the timeout. It's her first second half appearance. Thought about a little stop and pop. She wants to take Shoebridge to the rack. Pass deflected to Netzley, gets it back. She'll cross over to the paint. She'll fake and spin it to the near side, and Fisher, who goes right at Shoebridge. Her shot was blocked, but a hip check from Shoebridge sends Fisher sprawling to the parquet floor, and she'll go to the line for 2. Second one on Shoebridge. A very low fouling game today. That's just the 4th foul against a Spring Arbor player. They're making just the 3rd one against an SAU player. Actually, no, this is the 4th one. That's the 3rd one on Shoebridge, and that's a tough one to take. She'll exit for the first time today and be replaced by Grace Cotter. 2 from Madison Fisher from the line. First one, perfect. 5 for Madison. Madison 80% from the line. Taylor the best free throw shooting team in the country at just over 80% as a squad. And Taylor has a game-high lead of 10, 51-41, and now the Dogs unit is out there to put pressure, and it's a 5-second inbounds violation on Tiana Feldposh. Nowhere to go as all 3 of her teammates were back, were hounded by those wearing white. And Taylor slowly extending the lead here. They've outscored SAU 14-7 here in the 3rd. And they lead by 10. B-Books right back into A-Books. Her left-hand floater is up and good over Cabana. Abby Books with 17 points, 6 here in this 3rd quarter, after having 8 in the 2nd. And Taylor has a 12-point advantage at 51-43, or 53-41, excuse me. Math is hard. 3:26 to go in the 3rd. High left side, Cabana, nice behind the back bounce, but then her pocket is ripped away by the dynamic Jamie Netzley. Trailing is Fisher, she'll attack with the right hand, back to Netzley, who has B-Books wide open with nobody there, but they can't get it to her. Fisher fakes her right, goes to her left, bounce pass out to Netzley, who will maneuver to the top of the circle. Huffman floats it into A-Books. Triple teams there. Abby almost got it up and in. It goes off the bottom of the rim. She'll poke the ball away off of her hands. Then she'll spike the ball down in frustration as she was a hair away from ripping the ball away from traffic. And now everyone back for SAU will try to help out Feldposh, who will quickly get it into Sierra Lips near sideline. Taylor backs off on the pressure here, and Lips will take a leisurely jog to the front court. SAU with the ball down 12 as we dip below 3 minutes remaining here in quarter 3. Cabana right side circle, back to Cotter high left side. SAU's bench is across from us. Cotter right hand, Netzley meets her on the mid-post right. Slipping was Cabana. She gets back to her feet and gets the bounce pass from Cotter. 8 to shoot, trying to find help into Feldposh, slapped away by B-Books. And Feldposh took a hard spill as Netzley and A-Books are there to help her up. Deflected out off of a Taylor defender with 5 to shoot. SAU will get it in with Gracie Cabana near side baseline. Leans in at the waist. Bouncing into Feldposh, pitching back to Cabana. Her head fake. Abby Books ran into her. Feldposh kept onto the ball, but then airballed a 3 from the near side corner. Netzley out and galloping near side after the Huffman rebound. B-Books fires a bullet to A-Books. She'll slip back, step back. Fisher, right corner 3 ball. Kaboom for Madison Fisher. 9 points for Fisher as Taylor's got it going from 3. Their 9th triple of the afternoon. They've made 3 of their 5 tries here in the third. And they lead by 15, 56-41. A 3-point answer on the other end will not be picked up by Lips. She's 1 of 6 from distance. Netzley shot out of a cannon from right to left. A little hezzy in the mid-post left. Her bank shot will spin in as Jamie Netzley pulls a rabbit out of her hat here in the third. Taylor on a 9-0 run after their 11-point lead was trimmed down to 8. They lead by 17 here with 95 seconds remaining in quarter 3. Cabana almost faked away from Abby Books. Her 3 is off target left, and Madison Fisher says, "Thank you, I will rebound that." Fisher out and galloping. SAU just 5 of 19 from downtown. Huffman will go right down Main Street. Lost the ball and then was flipped out of bounds as they got her on the ball, and then Huffman almost kneed away but was able to hold on to it. But then the ball got sent flying out of play. Timeout SAU, a 30-second timeout. They are left with a 30 and a full. Taylor has blown this thing open. They lead by 17, 58-41, with a minute 19 remaining in quarter 3.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Meredith Deckard in for the first time in the second half, replacing Huffman. Light pressure by the Trojans. They'll back off as Lips will jog to the front court. It's a 9-0 Taylor run. They lead by a game-high 17 points with a minute 10 separating us from the fourth quarter. Free throw line, Feldposh wanted to go down low to Shoebridge. Feldposh pulls the trigger and hits a long 2. First hoop for Feldposh since quarter 1. She's got 7, and that ends the long drought for SAU. They trail 58-43. With a little less than 30 seconds between the game and shot clock, Netzley just blows the doors off the defender, but her layup was missed, and Netzley will get her own miss near side. She'll whip it far side to Deckard, who has got a mismatch with Shoebridge. Deckard eyes the clock. She'll give off to Fisher. Still with that mismatch, but now it's Shoebridge defending the fleet-footed Fisher. Up and under move in traffic, high pass B-Books. Double team, needs help with 3, with 2. Here's Abby Books, a floater will miss off the right side rim, and it's picked up off the floor by Cabana. Shot clock turned off with 25 seconds remaining in the third. Near side, Anne-Marie Wright. She won't wait for the last shot as she drains a right corner 3. Second triple for Anne-Marie Wright, third SAU player in double figures with 10. The Taylor lead is at 12. So a 5-0 spurt for SAU out of the timeout. 9 to go in the third quarter. Netzley to the top of the key with 5, with 4. She'll take right to the rack stop. Fisher with 2, a 3 is good for Madison Fisher right before the third quarter ends. Taylor goes to the fourth, leading 61-46 as Fisher pours in 8 of her 12 points here in the third stanza.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH, from our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Taylor outscores SAU 24-12 in that third quarter. The Trojans shot 9 of 16 from the floor, and they were 4 of 6 from distance. They run the weave up top. We saw that as a staple of Jody Martinez's offense in his first 2 years. So we haven't seen the ladies run the weave in a while, but the weave here. Their best weaver is Jamie Netzley. She'll weave that one and misses the shot left side as she went sprawling down to the floor. Nobody back as Cabana trying to outrace everybody. She goes in for a left-hand layup and able to snake it home as she got stuck underneath the rim. 12 for Cabana. She's the third different player for SAU in double figures. And a good little burst there for SAU to start the fourth. They trail 61-48. And again, we go back to the weave. It's Meredith Deckard, Madison Fisher, Abby and Becca Books, and Jamie Netzley. Grace Cotter starts the fourth for SAU. Mid-post right, Abby Books. She goes right in, and getting her on the arms is Cabana. So it's Cotter, Cabana, Anne-Marie Wright, Grace Shoebridge, and Anne-Marie Wright. Nope, already said her. Feldposh. Didn't see her down there. Inbounds, far side B Books, back to A Books. A little hezzy, up and under, trying to get there. Scoops high, banker no. Fisher tried to tap it. SAU's bench pleading for a travel. Becca Books gets away with a push, and then a travel on the near side by Cabana. B Books had a light touch on the top of the shoulder blades of Cabana that jarred her as she was running up the near sideline. And SAU head coach Ryan Frost still trying to get an explanation on why there wasn't a travel on Abby on the last possession. A minute gone, fourth quarter. Taylor leads by 13, trying to move their lead to their record to 22-0. Netzley a handoff. Fisher near side, who had 8 third quarter points. She's got 12 for the game. Her running layup is too strong off the glass. And Taylor head coach Jody Martinez not happy across from us. Cabana goes wheeling to the front court, so float one far side to Anne-Marie Wright, who gets it back from Cabana in front of the SAU bench as the Cougars shoot on the basket to our right. Shoebridge way too deep. Netzley will force her out, and Netzley gets called for the reach-in. Actually make it on Madison Fisher. First on Madison. That's just the second foul against Taylor today. Inbounds, Feldposh trying to take Abby Books to the rack. Turn around, fade away, just rolls off the rim. And Becca Books has rebound number 8. Here comes Deckard, wheeling to the front court. Thought about going end-to-end, knocked out of bounds off of SAU. And Taylor will keep the ball, leading by 13. They've led by as many as 17. 8:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. Taylor with 24 seconds to shoot. Deckard will fire it up top, B-Books. A long pass allows Feldposh to creep out there and defend. B-Books drives, picks at the bounce, can't get into the cutting Fisher. Want to go backdoor Deckard. Bounce pass too far for Meredith to get to, and it bounces out of bounds. 6th turnover by Taylor today, much better than the 14 or 16 that they had Wednesday against Huntington. Sydney Huffman has done some jogging in the hallway, and it looks like she will make her way right to the scorer's table. Feldposh walks it across the timeline. Abby Books hawking her at the top of the key. Haley Stratman will come in as well, the next dead ball for Taylor. Far sideline pass to Anne-Marie Wright. She'll fire a three off the left side of the rim. High rebound is hauled in by the long arm of Shoebridge. To adding to her team-leading total, near side pass, Cotter trying to spin away from Netzley. High bank shot, no, too strong on a fancy move that Netzley snatches down. Jamie with her 5th rebound, pitching back, open B-Books. This is trouble for SAU, because that's Becca Books' favorite shot. Full timeout. B-Books with her 3rd made triple. Now runs that streak to 49 straight games with a 3-ball made. Full timeout, Taylor on top by 16, just underway in the 4th.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
Some people going to the track meet just walked across the floor like there wasn't plenty of space across from us. Haley Stratman and Sydney Huffman will make their first second-half appearances as Taylor has all 5 seniors on the floor as they join Netzley and Books. Backcourt pressure, Cabana with Huffman. Now Stratman comes to trap. Pass just over the fingertips of Stratman. Shoebridge able to gather it in. Picks up her dribble and then will find relief at the volleyball line in Grace Cotter. So it's Cotter, Feldposh, Cabana, Shoebridge, and Anne-Marie Wright. Handoff Cabana, Huffman fights through. Left side high pass right, Abby Books defends. Then far side, they want to go down to Shoebridge, and they do. Baseline left Stratman, back outside Feldposh has 1 through today, and now she has 2 as he swishes that one from the far corner. 2 of 4 is Feldposh from distance today. She's a 4th SAU player in double figures with an even 10, and SAU trims that deficit down to 13. Just past 3 minutes gone here in quarter 4. Netzley takes a left side Stratman screen. Haley's open for a right side I3. Blows right by Shoebridge on a head fake. Her lefty layup was off target left as she was wide open down the lane. Taylor has left many, many points on missed free throws here this afternoon. Almost traveling on the jump stop was Cabana. Keeps her feet and finds right. Left elbow, or left mid-post left Shoebridge. Whips it near side to Cotter. She's 1 of 6 from 3 and now 1 of 7 on the air ball. Underneath the rim for the rebound was A. Books. She'll gallop to the front court. Taylor with the ball, leading by 13. They've led by as many as 17. Netzley will run the point just beyond the volleyball line. The freshman Grace Cotter out of Columbia City, Indiana, and Columbia City High School waits. And now Netzley will go. Near sideline pass Stratman with 10 to shoot. Now 9 with 8 and 7. Huffman back to Stratman with 6. They want to go to Abby Books. They can't. Flinging it far side to Netzley with 3, with 2, with 1. She's fouled on the shot as Netzley yanked down to the floor by Cotter. And then everybody comes to help her back up. Cabana from SAU and then the Books twins come up to help up their classmate Netzley. A hard foul for the hard-nosed Netzley. Lips enters. Cotter will exit. It was Cotter who came down really hard on Jamie's arm but got enough of it. Or spun her down to the floor, but no ill will there from Cotter. First free throw from Netzley, front rim short. First miss from the line today for Jamie. She had that and 1 back in the second quarter. 3 Trojans in the double figures. Netzley trying to get to 8 points today. Crouches and fires and hits. 8 points for Netzley, 3 here in the second half. And the Taylor lead up to 14 at 65-51 with less than 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Taylor trying to go for the season sweep of SAU. as Cabana holds left edge. Around a right side screen roll. Feldposh read beautifully by Netzley, and now she's off to the races. She's got Huffman to her right. She goes right in, end to end, misses the shot as she was caught in the air, and the Taylor students plead for a foul that will fall on deaf ears. Cabana goes in. Stratman will alter her shot. Shoebridge gets it, trying to get it away. She rips it away from Abby Brooks, turns. She'll almost looked like she was going to throw it in off the right side of the rim, but it just sneaks up and in. 18 for Shoebridge, the top scorer for SAU today. And the Taylor lead up is now down to 12. 65-53 as we approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Far sideline pass Stratman, and an off-ball foul is called against SAU. And it goes against Cabana. Her first, and number 3 against SAU here in the fourth. A low fouling game. That's just the 7th foul against Spring Arbor. Taylor's been whistled for just 2 fouls today. Shot clock resets to 20. Netzley trying to get it in baseline far side. Into traffic to Stratman. Two-hand pitch back to Netzley, who takes that left side screen, angling in, passing to B-Books, who pulls the trigger from 3. And I think you knew what happened. Third 3 made in a row by B-Books. Put her down for 16 points today, and Taylor leads by 15. 4:50 left to go in the fourth. Netzley cuts off Lips, who almost traveled with it on a Euro step and lays it in. Taylor head coach Jody Martinez perplexed across from us, looking for a travel, but laughs and continues to coach. 4:35 and counting in quarter number 4. Taylor leads by 13, and they've got the ball. Far side of the floor, Huffman. B-Books comes free off a screen up top, now off to Netzley. They give her the lane, spins back in the paint. Netzley's got to get out of there quick. Off to Huffman, who came by to help. Shot clock is down to 7. Huffman now 6, now 5. Huffman with 4, looking for help. Now with 2. B-Books will not get it off, or did she? No, they'll wave it off. Just a hair late as the Trojans got caught up and just could not figure out how much time was left on the shot clock. Turnover number 7 against Taylor today. SAU has given the ball away 10 times. 4:06 and ticking here in the fourth. SAU with the rock down 13. Mid-post left, Shoebridge. Left side pass deflected, spinning away and sending it outside his Lips. Feldposh open for a 3, and she hits her 3rd one of the day. Feldposh 3 of 5 from distance. She came in just 4 of 15 at 27% and just 19% for her career, but she's made a career-high 3 threes today, and the Taylor lead is down to 10. With 3:39 remaining in the fourth. Near sideline A-Books to B-Books inside, wanted to go baseline left. Trying to back down Feldposh, 9 to shoot. Near sideline A-Books around a Stratman screen with 6. Here comes Abby Wright down the lane. Her right hand scoop is good for 2. First fourth quarter scoring for A-Books. She's got 19, and the Taylor lead up to 12. 3:17 and counting here in quarter number 4. Lips far edge. Baseline left, Shoebridge. She's been stellar all day. Slow back down, up and over Stratman. Bank shot will go halfway down and out. Tapped and controlled by Netzley on the rebound. Her 6th rebound, 8 points, 6 boards, and 6 dimes for the dynamic Jamie Netzley today. Less than 3 to go in the fourth. And Netzley will bounce off to Huffman at the volleyball line. Wright defends Huffman. B-Books, one of the backdoor cut to Abby Books, hands off to Huffman, head of steam baseline, whipping it up, intended for Stratman, tapped by Shoebridge, and rebounded and intercepted by Feldposh. Up near side, Anne-Marie Wright, catch and shoot 3 ball, good from the right edge. 3rd made 3 for Anne-Marie Wright, their best 3-point shooter. 13 points for Wright today, and the Taylor lead is at 9. First time it has been this low in a while. 2:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. SAU has outscored Taylor 15-9 here in the fourth after the Trojans doubled up SAU in the third, 24-12. B-Books almost let a 3 go. Feldposh fights through a screen. Mid-post left, Abby Books knocked away and stolen by Feldposh. Netzley tried to poke it away, but it went right to the hands of Cabana. SAU down by 9. Netzley comes flying in, took the ball away from Cabana, but the deflection went off of Stratman's arms. Taylor looking for a travel, SAU looking for a foul. Nobody gets what they want, and SAU will keep the ball here with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. A couple bad possessions here for Taylor in the last few moments, and some big 3-point shots have been made by SAU. Mid-post right, Shoebridge has been awesome all day, goes through contact, and Stratman got her on the forearm. Shoebridge missed it, but she's going to the line for 2. Where she's had her struggles this year. Out of the rotational players for SAU, she's their worst free throw shooter at 50%. It'll be her first trip to the line today. Has the double-double with 18 points and 10 boards. Her first one hit every part of the rim and then rattled out. So the best Shoebridge can do is make it an 8-point SAU deficit. With a minute 53 left to go in regulation time. And she will not. Rattled halfway down and out again. B-Books with rebound number 9. So the first time that we've seen Shoebridge make a mistake in a while. She has been a rock star all day for Spring Arbor. A minute 40 left to go in quarter number 4. Netzley playing the time game with Taylor leading by 9. As we approach 90 seconds remaining in the fourth, they try to double team Netzley. She goes right by Shoebridge. B-Books corner 3-ball. Bang for Becca Books. Becca has made 4 3-balls in a row after starting 1 for 4 from distance, and that pushes the Taylor lead back to double figures at 12. 80 seconds left as Shoebridge drives and kicks out to Cabana. Huffman denies her a look at 3, mid-post left Shoebridge. She just muscles her way in for a tough right-hand hoop. 20 for Shoebridge, one off of her career high set earlier this year, and with 60 seconds left, Taylor leads by 10. And Taylor will run time here. I'm not sure why SAU isn't fouling yet. They have just 3. They need to try to get the ball back here. They're down 10, and the clock is not their friend, and then finally Cabana will come in for the foul. Shot clock is at 8. It'll reset to 20. Second one on Cabana, and the fourth one against SAU. One more will put Taylor in the bonus. I understand why you don't foul. Taylor, the best free throw shooting team in the country at 80, and they're 6 of 7 today. But you're going to have to hope for some quick threes for a team that shoots just 33% this year. Abby Books got it away, lost it, trying to find help. She's coming up, and Netzley screams for a timeout and gets it. With 44 4/10 of a second remaining in the fourth quarter and 17 to shoot for TU. Full timeout by the Trojans. They have 3:30s left. They lead by 10, trying to move their record to 22-0 this season.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Interesting to know, we talked about how great Grace Shoebridge has been today for Spring Arbor, 6-foot sophomore out of Middleville, Michigan. 20 points today on 10 of 15 shooting. She also has the double-double with a game-high 10 rebounds. When these two teams met earlier this month, Shoebridge was just 2 of 9 from the floor for just 4 points. Stratman, they'll double-team the inbounds pass now to Huffman, trapped near side, and they get her on the arm. That'll put Taylor in the bonus. Foul by Anne-Marie Wright. And Huffman and the Trojans will shoot free throws for the rest of the game. So Huffman to the line. She has played sparingly today, dealing with that lower body injury. And Sydney this year shoots just 58% from the line. 2 big ones here. No one back there for Taylor. They have confidence in Huffman, and she rattles in the first one. First point of the day for Huffman. And the Taylor lead is at 11, trying to make it 12 as someone dropped the bottle to our left. Does not phase Huffman as she swishes the second freebie. She'll exit for the defensive length of Madison Fisher. 42 7/10 of a second remaining in the fourth. SAU will get it in from the backcourt, and now Stratman and Fisher jog back. Cabana wheeling to the front court. Fisher right there swiping at the ball. Stop and pop 3. Cabana, no, off the back rim. Long rebound far side. Feldposh whips it back into traffic, tapped around, and it's Stratman who's there for the haul it in. But then Netzley has it poked away from behind by Lips. She'll get it back near side. Shot clock turned off with 25 seconds left. SAU down by 12. They need shots, and they need them quick. Shoebridge a 3. It's the only thing she hasn't hit all day. It's missed off the back rim, and then the rebound goes off the hand of Abby Books. Shoebridge is 1 for 6 from 3 this year, now 1 for 7. With 18 8/10 of a second left, Spring Arbor is going to need a bucket, and they're going to need it quick, trailing by 12. Cross court near side, Shoebridge catch and shoot. Tape on that left wrist has not phased her. 22 points for her, a new career high for Grace Shoebridge. And SAU down by 10 with 14 seconds left. And now SAU will call the dogs off. They don't want them to foul after they got that quick hoop from Shoebridge. So the final 5 seconds will tick off. Taylor will improve to 22-0 in 2019-2020, tying the program record for most consecutive wins in a single season. They will remain unblemished in the Crossroads League at 10-0 in league action. And they took Spring Arbor's best shot, and they've done that a lot in the last couple of weeks. And they stay unblemished, heading up to their matchup with Marion next Wednesday. We'll talk about it next on the Ivanhoe's postgame show after this commercial break.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Taylor victorious today by a final of 75-65 as they move to 22-0 on the year. And now 10-0 in Crossroads League play. They are also a perfect 13-0 here at home. Taylor finished the game shooting 50% from the floor at half. They were at 48%, so they shot the ball much better after halftime. They also went 13 of 25 from 3 for 52%. After the Trojans were just 6 of 16 in the opening half from beyond the arc. So Taylor goes 7 of 9 from deep. After halftime, they're also 8 of 9 from the stripe. SAU shot over 50% from the floor in half number 1. They finished at just 47% for the game. They also were 9 of 27 from 3 and just 2 of 4 from the line. Not a lot of fouls today. There were 12 combined between the two teams. And both teams average about 13 per game. So pretty clean game relatively from the foul standpoint. Taylor shot 52% from the floor in the second half. They were 7 of 9 from deep. SAU shot just 43% after halftime and just 5 of 14 from beyond the arc. Taylor put 3 in double figures, led by their top 2 scorers and the twins, Abby and Becca Books. Each poured in 19 points today. Abby did most of her damage inside the arc. She was 8 of 15, just 1 of 3 from 3, and also 2 of 2 from the line. Becca had 19 points, 7 of 12 from the field, 5 of 9 from distance. And Becca did not get to the line once today. The first 3 of the day made by B-Books back in the opening quarter now runs her consecutive 3-point made streak to 49 games in a row. Her last game without a 3 was back in November of 2018. The other double-figure score today for Taylor was Madison Fisher. She picked up the slack with Huffman not at 100% and no Kayla Kirtley today. Madison comes in for 12 points off the Taylor bench, 2 off of her career high. She was 4 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 3 from 3, and she scored 8 of her 12 points in the third quarter. Others today for the Trojans, Meredith Decker with 9 points, all in the opening half. 3 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 5 from distance. She did not attempt a shot in the final 20 minutes of game action today. Jamie Netzley stuffed the stat sheet today. 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. The 7 assists ties a career high. The 6 rebounds is one off a career high for Netzley. 2 points for Sydney Huffman off the bench. 6 points for Haley Stratman on a pair of threes. For Spring Arbor, they had 4 in double figures, led by Grace Shoebridge's game high and career high 22 points. She was 11 of 17 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3 for her scoring today. 13 points apiece for Anne-Marie Wright and Tiana Feldposh. Wright was 5 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Feldposh 5 of 10 from the floor, Also 3 of 5 from 3. The 3 made threes are a new career high for the junior guard Feldposh out of Charlotte, Michigan. 5 points for Sierra Lips with a 2 and a 3-pointer made today. No points for Grace Cotter or Macy Heffron. Actually, no, Macy Heffron did not play today, excuse me. Just 6 players played today for SAU. Taylor did a better job on the offense, limiting offensive rebounds to their opponent. Huntington had 16 or 17 offensive boards on Wednesday, just 7 apiece for each team this afternoon, and that led to 4 second chance points for SAU, none for the Trojans. Both teams turned it over 10 times today. SAU scored 8 points off the Taylor giveaways. Taylor scored 2 points off the gifts from SAU. 21 assists for the Trojans today. That's 5 above their season average, as Taylor assisted on 21 of their 27 hoops, including 10 of 13 in the second half. SAU assisted on 17 of their 27 field goals. That's 4 above their season average of 13. 1 block for SAU, that belonged to Feldposh. 2 for the Trojans, 1 by A-Books, and 1 by Sydney Huffman. A new season high for her in blocks with 1. Steals, just 3 for the Trojans, 2 for Netzley. 7 steals for SAU, 4 for Feldposh, as she and Anne-Marie Wright played all 40 minutes here today. Other numbers of note, bench scoring 14-0 in favor of Taylor. Leading the way were the 12 from Fisher. Points in the paint even at 26. That number evened out. Excuse me. As Shoebridge cooled off a little bit in the second half. She had 14 of her career high, 22 in the opening 20 minutes, and she was an absolute monster today for SAU. We'll take a break and come back and wrap things up on the Ivanhoe's postgame show after this here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Back here inside Odell Arena, Rick Johnson and one of our players of the game, Jamie Netzley, who finished with 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Just 2 turnovers in all 40 minutes today. How you feeling after playing all 40?
A little tired.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You got tomorrow. You can go to church and then sleep in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all good. Got a good start this time, led by 3 at the end of the quarter, and then they just kept hanging around and hanging around. What made them so tough to defend today?
We know they're a first quarter team, and I mean that extended out to the first half, and we just know because of our record and where we are in the rankings that teams are going to come in here and they're going to battle with us, and so we kind of just had to stick with it with 40 minutes, and that's normally the case. So
how nice, I mean, this is going to sound really weird when I say it, but is it nice to be pushed because you know everyone's going to get your best shots, so when you get to the league tournament and hopefully nationals, I mean 21-0 is probably going to get you there, or 22-0 now, excuse me. That you guys can just be in all these different situations and you're not scared when some team makes a run and your big lead gets cut down to 10 or 9.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps us, especially like games against Mount Vernon where they're so close like that and we have to battle to the very end. That's really going to help us in postseason run, and I'm glad we're getting it now and we're able to finish it.
I'm looking at notes here. You had the big and one play. I want to talk about that. You snake your way in, you spin that sucker home. What kind of walk me through that play there back in the second quarter?
It's a play that's a run for me, and I mean they knew we were running it. They have a special name for it, and so I knew I had to rip through and attack pretty fast, pretty hard. And I mean, as I kind of blew by her, the girl guarding said, "Oh shoot!" So I knew I had her.
You took a hard spill there in the second half. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Since we do this on the show a lot, anyone at home you want to say hi to?
My mom. She couldn't make it today. I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, bummer. Hi, Mrs. Netz. I hope you feel better. Anyone else?
No.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right. That's Jamie Netzley, one of our 2 post-game guests. We'll now be joined by the young lady, one of our 3 double-figure scores today for the Trojans. 12 points, 8 in a big third quarter for Taylor as the Trojans outscored SAU 24-12. And this young lady had 8 of them. Hello, Madison Fisher.
Hi.
And as we know, that's Madison with a Y and Fisher with a C. You did get to the line. I forgot. I'm glad I was able to work that in. What worked so well for you in the third quarter?
Definitely just our ball movement and playing as a team. We weren't getting rattled, and we were just waiting for them to get tired so that we could really just play our game.
When you guys are rolling like you were in the third quarter, how much fun is that to be a part of?
Oh, it's so fun.
You guys are flying around. You put that press on a lot. Does that kind of give you some energy to get back and make some plays on the offensive end when you can start on the defensive side?
Oh, definitely. When we can get stops and stuff, it just helps us run so much faster and really play our game.
What's it been like for you? Last year, played sparingly in your first year here. Now you're a key player off the bench, one of the first guards off the bench for Coach. Do you kind of take time to look back and maybe how much growth you've had, maybe not just in the last few months, but in the whole year from last year to now?
I definitely do. It's a credit to my teammates just how much better I feel like I've gotten just through practice last year that I can bring to the game this year. And I really appreciate that time just because I can talk to the freshmen about it. We've all had our times where we've been sitting the bench, and so just appreciating that and knowing that every player is important in their role.
How much fun has this season been for you?
It's been so fun, insanely fun.
That's good. Well, you should be. You're 22-0. Anyone you say hi to at home? I know Dad's here. I know Mom was here
Dad,
too.
Mom, and Grandma from North Dakota are here. So.
Wow, North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
So she brought all that snow with us?
Oh, probably.
Oh man, that's a bummer. 12 points on 4 of 6 shooting, 2 threes, a rebound, and 2 of 2 from the line. Not bad. 12 points in almost 15 minutes.
Thanks.
Good luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right, that's Madison Fisher, and the boss, Jody Martinez, making his way up the staircase right now to talk to us. Excuse me, you see I'm getting emotional about it. Taylor's win today, 22-0 on the year, 10-0 in the Crossroads League. They've now won 39 straight regular season games, 29 straight Crossroads League games, and 24 straight games here at home. We're now joined by the boss, Jody Martinez. Hello, boss.
Hey.
Tough one, interesting one today at times. You guys really ran away with it in the third quarter, then a big push there by Spring Arbor. They're late. What'd you think about your team's response every time SAU just kept hanging around and hanging around?
You know, I shared with the team, we have to understand in sports, being competitive, people are going to come after you when you're where you're at. You're the defending champs in the Crossroads. You're in first in the Crossroads. You're in the top 5 in the nation. People are going to bring their A game. They are. We just have to stay disciplined for 40 minutes mentally to understand it's a spurty game. We just got to continue the spurts. We're very explosive in spurts, as you saw in the third quarter. When we were up there 3 weeks ago, our spurt was the second quarter. We outscored them 20-2. That was enough to pull away. Our issue today, one, I thought Meredith did a good job being starter, filling in for Sid. We didn't know if Sid was able to get these minutes. She did. She felt good in warm-ups. Her mom did some treatment on her this morning. Patience did a great job getting her ready. But second half, I thought Sid did a good job of running the show, and that's her job. I mean, she's the heart and soul of our system. I thought Jamie and Meredith did a good job. Madison running some point, but it's just not that's not who we are. We still scored 70-some points, and the problem is we gave up too much. We haven't been giving up that many points lately. But once again, we trying to find a rhythm, and everyone's playing with confidence. So, great win. I told the girls, showdown's Wednesday. Enjoy it today. We'll focus on it. We'll get better on Monday. But we got to hit the layups. This would have been a 20, 30-point game if we hit layups today. We didn't hit layups. So.
One thing I want to ask you, Grace Schubridge had her best game of her career, had a career-high 22 points. What led to her success? And she was really good early, and then she came through with some nice buckets there in the second half for them. Yeah,
Grace, she's playing a lot of confidence. She played really well against St. Francis, too, last week, and St. Francis had a shot to win the game at St. Francis, who was ranked 11th. So I told her, we didn't take this team lightly at all. The thing is, you got to pick your poison. You want to give up the 2 or give up the 3. And we tried to mix it. When Grace got hot, we had to start trapping her. And then we took our chances. They hit 4 threes in the first half, and I don't remember what it was second half. But we were able to have a 3-point lead going into break. And then once again, we got her third foul, and the coach took her out, and that's when we kind of took off.
19 from Abby and Becca today, 12 from Madison. She had 8 there in that big third quarter. What was it like to see someone new step up? With no Kayla day, you needed someone else. She's had the hot hand as of late.
And Meredith gave us 9 points too, I believe.
Yep.
It was good for Madison and Meredith to step up and make the most of their minutes. Madison just gives us long length and defense, and she can get into the paint, and hopefully she can make good decisions with it. But that's why you develop these kids. And like I told the freshmen, you all didn't play, but you know what? Our record's what it's at because of what you guys do to us in practice. Their time's coming. They're just not, as I've always said, they're not ready.
Well, I watched Ariel Dale light it up in practice in a couple of 3-point shooting drills, and Taylor's getting better. Gretchen's getting better. Haley Harrison's not afraid to shoot wherever she is on the floor. So, I mean, it's not just because they don't play doesn't mean they're not good players. It's just you got some pretty good ones in front of them.
College basketball, you get to this level in conference, you typically play 7 to 8 kids because you got quarters. Each team's got 5 timeouts. They're getting their break. Sometimes it's unusual, especially the twins. They can play 40 minutes. They're conditioned their body that way. Jamie, the way she plays, 35 is, it's what she's built up to right now. She played 40 today. Sid was up there in the 30s, but now she's probably more 20s. And therefore Madison, Meredith, and Kayla got to step up. Haley Stratman, she's, end line to end line banging. She can't play 30 minutes yet. So you got to have someone ready to go. And then now if someone gets hurt or, we need a rotation, then, we'll have to continue we develop our freshmen. They're getting better, but time is I told them, I say, these seniors, ask them what they did their freshman year and look what they're doing now. So if you believe in your future, then our Tub's going to be in a good position.
You want to say hi to anybody that's watching right now?
I have no. Hey, hello, whoever's watching.
The Rev's watching. It's coming out to see us next week.
Rev's coming Friday. So, yeah, it's Sony's parents usually are
Jim
listening.
And Linda.
Jim and Linda. Sonoma, love. Whoever else is watching, love y'all. Appreciate it. My brother who's hurt. He was supposed to come today, but he's not feeling it. So, yeah, who else is out there? I don't know.
I don't know. You got a big fan club, we could be here a while.
Families all spread out. So, we had a good crowd today, and I wish they would stay and watch the men's team.
It'd be a good one.
Well, I've been here 3 years, and we've always competed with Spring Arbor. We beat them last year, and they ended up going on to win the national title. So we're right there. Josh does an outstanding job with the men's team.
I've been here just as long as Josh has, 7 years, and we've always joked for the longest time that we should save everybody a lot of time. Just set the clock at 5 minutes, give each team 60 points, and just play it out. Because they're always playing. They're playing in the 60s, and they're playing about one possession. So we could save everybody a lot of time.
Yep. So true, buddy.
But I think people would frown upon that because we wouldn't get their money's worth. So we're going to play the full 40 today, folks.
And you got your crew working double duty today?
If they want to.
Oh, if they want to.
Sometimes we switch it out. Sometimes it's stay for the whole show.
Gotcha. Well, bless you guys' heart. I'm sure I got to go.
Go say hi to your people.
You probably don't have time to go eat dinner, but the parents are cooking. So
if anyone out there, you want to go get a meal?
No, it'll be gone.
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry.
It's Mexican.
Oh.
So
so if I'm late, where I am.
You know where Jody's going right now. Jody's going to kill it.
All right, get out of here,
all right, bye.
Third person. Good luck Wednesday, too, by the way, since we won't see you until, they play Marion Wednesday. We're gonna shut it off here. We're going to be back. Men's basketball coming up in about 15 minutes. So give us 5 minutes to shut everything down with the women's side, restart it up on the men's side, and we'll be back and talk to you then. Women win today by a final of 75-65, 22-0 on the year, 10-0 in the Crossroads League, and that monumental showdown in Indianapolis against Marion Wednesday, 7 p.m. tip time in the Circle City. Should be a good one. We'll be back here next Saturday when they take on Bethel. For our crew today, Emily Daniels, Josh Fenwick, and as always, the executive producer, the golf coach, Cameron Angie. Women win today, 22-0. We're back here next Saturday. We got men's game coming up. Spring Arbor, the defending national champs. 15 minutes. Be there or be square.